Hey everybody, Pastor Jeremy here with your devotional for this week. So there has been a phrase that has kind of like encompassed the last 6 months of my life, which I really feel like the Lord is carrying into the new year. And it is, the promise is already in motion. And that's like, it's a simple faith fact, but it is something that we just need to constantly remind ourselves that the promise is already in motion. So like there are plenty of times where we pray for something and it doesn't come to pass when we expect it to. And it can kind of make us think, God, are you even listening at all, right? But just because we don't see movement doesn't mean that God isn't working, right? I need you to say this with me. Say, the promise is already in motion. God doesn't start working when we see the evidence of it, right? He starts working the moment He speaks the promise. When God gives a word, when God gives a dream to your heart, when He calls you to something, that's the moment where He starts to put His plan into motion. And what feels like a delay to us is often God just kind of rearranging stuff in our lives, getting the right people into place, getting us into the right place physically, spiritually, emotionally, opening the right doors. All that takes time. And we have this finite sense of time, right? We get maybe 80 to 100 years on this earth, and that is the expanse of what we can comprehend. But God sees everything, right? God can see the beginning of your life to the end of your life right now. Don't be discouraged. I know as we start a new year, we want to always kind of make these resolutions on things that we could do better and kind of basing them off of things that we thought failed last year. But if it was something that God gave you, if it was a word that God gave you in your life, keep holding on. If you haven't seen it come to pass yet, keep holding on, because the promise is already in motion and He is faithful to come through on whatever He sets in motion, my friends. So I pray that blesses you. Have an amazing and wonderful week.